What's up, friends? This is Lacey with Lacey Powell Fitness and Dance. This was week 2 of our 4-week social Latin dance series. Last week we went over our walking basics dances, which were merengue, bachata, tejano, a little bit of kizomba, just to throw some spice in it. But then this week we went over some rhythm, rocks, and checks. Rhythm, rocks, and checks, and we introduced a new rhythm. Just like with our walking dance, bachata had a new rhythm, 1, 2, 3, tap. We introduced a new rhythm of walk, walk, pause, walk, walk, pause, walk, walk, pause. Okay, so walk, walk, pause, 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 right? You can go anywhere in the room. We played with that game where you can go around the room and seeing where you can go in your space where you keep that rhythm. Maybe you can redirect pretty quickly within that space in that walk, walk, pause, right? And that's going to teach you to be in control of your own body and able to redirect pretty quickly and introduce the concept of rocks and checks, right? We went over a little bit of history and culture of both salsa and cumbia because those are our next 2 dances. We talked about LA style salsa, New York style salsa, Cuban or casino style salsa, and Colombian cumbia. And since we're close to the Mexican border, I also introduced a little fun fact of Norteña that I found out is the difference is that it added accordions. And I was like, fun facts, did not know that. So you learned fun fact with me. A lot of these dance styles did still have that super bass rhythm. Remember, we're in a beginner class. I'm not going to go over super detailed techniques, but it went over walk, walk, pause. In our salsa class, we're going with the rhythm 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we're holding that 4th beat, kind of like in the walk, walk, pause. Walk, walk, pause. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Walk, walk, pause, right? We talked about LA style being one of the more populars because it's an on-one rhythm, so it matches the music. And that's why it was so much more popularized because it matched the music, it matched the beat, it matched the hits. Whereas New York style is more about performance and more about the vernacular origins of salsa. And then Cuban is more folk style and more rotational and less performative. It's about the connection between people. And we taught it based on both ideas of the standardized steps of a forward and backward movement, a slotted movement that we have in LA and New York style, as well as the rotational, or if you want to think about it like spokes on a wheel, or another student said a clock face, where you have different numbers and you aim for the different numbers. So that was pretty nifty. You want to think about it like that with the rotational. Both the Cuban salsa and the Colombian cumbia have a rotational movement. So that's why I taught you both styles, because in this area there are going to be people that don't understand forward and backward movement, and there's going to be people that don't understand rotational movement. So you need to be aware of both. What we went over was that leads stereotypically start on the left foot, so I had you smack the left foot so you get the little tingle so that your body recognizes, hey, use this leg first. Follows, you use your right leg. Again, same premise. And we go into what's called a rock step when we're going into the linear movement or the slotted movement. A rock step is essentially where you're redirecting almost immediately, but not taking a full weighted step. We talked about how your head going right over your foot is a walk, whereas if your head stays where it's at and you use your big toe to redirect, that is called a rock step. Rock step. Technically, if you use it going forward, it's called a check. Check. See how my head stays right where it's at and I'm using my big toe. You can call both rock steps. No one really cares. I just wanted you to have that fun fact. So we've got rock steps and forward checks, and this is the rhythm. Stereotypically, the leads are going to go forward first, and then the opposite leg go back. Follows are going to go back first, and then the opposite leg going forward. So what it looks like is this. So I'm going to be a follow right now. It goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Showing you from the side. For 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Right? Technically, that's the same exact thing for the lead. Because look, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Same leg, except I started with this one. Okay. For salsa, You want to think about it as you're allowed to move through space, but be aware that there are some people that may not be able to move through space, right? If you're walking for, like, say, a crossbody lead, where the lead gets their body out of the way and the follow walks straight forward, that's called a crossbody lead. If you've taken any kind of swing class, it's going to be a side pass because they pass your side. The follow goes from a 5, 6, 7 into a 1, 2, 3. They're walking those steps, or 5, 6, 7, walk, walk, pause. Same rhythm. That's why I had you do the B drill of redirecting your space and doing all those walk, walk, pause. For cumbia, it's the same thing, but if you want to add a little bit of an extra flair to make it more authentic, you can add an and kick. An and is that in-between space between the two beats, or you can use it on the 4 and the 8 if you want to. So what that looks like if you want to do it in place is 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and. You notice how I was shuffling. You can also cross over 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Notice how we did that last week with our walking basics. You're allowed to take steps to the side shuffling. You're allowed to take steps to the side with your feet crossing. It is okay, as long as you're moving to the rhythm. The main thing here is that rhythm. You have to be able to get the rhythm into your body. Some other aspects of cumbia is stereotypically you're going to have these back rocks on both sides. So bumbata, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Maybe you open up. 7 and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, right? So you have these different variations. If you want to play around with your space where you start to move around and using your body within that rhythm, I invite you to play with that, okay? There's a lot of different things that you can do with this. If you're dancing with a brand new baby, maybe start off with just 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 for salto. Or maybe with cumbia, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Just start with little baby basics. And then when you start to get comfy, maybe start traveling around with it. And maybe start playing with that space. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Using all the mechanics that you learned in week 1. Having armpit space, having athletic feet. If you don't have athletic feet, you're going to get collapsed into your heels. Remember that these are moving dances, so if you're not athletically going around the room on the balls of your feet, you're going to take up too much time in your heels and you're going to eat up too many beats, right? Last thing that I wanted to talk about was that these are going to affect your body way later than it's going to affect your brain, okay? So you need to build the neural pathways first by practicing the bee drill, like a little bee, bzz, they go randomly around the room, practicing the bee drill everywhere you go, okay? So I hope that was everything. Thank you so much. You're going to do a great job. See you next week.